What's going on, guys? Snag here, and we got some footy this weekend. We got the pre-season challenge, and we also have the Wigan Warriors versus the Penrith Panthers in the World Cup challenge. 6 a.m. Got to be a keen rugby league fan for that, but hey, let's do it. 6 a.m. Might just have to stay up Saturday night to watch that one. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? It's only a few hours after my bedtime anyway, so let's get this done. Now, I'm not lying here. This is genuine. I have never been so excited for pre-season games in my life. Like, these games are actually genuinely really good. I was super excited about what I saw last week. I said it before. I've said it in previous videos this year. I think this year is going to be one of the hardest to pick. I think it's going to be one of the most competitive, and I think we're going to see some of the highest quality rugby league we have ever seen. I believe last year was up there, but I think last year was one of the best years I'd ever seen, and I think this year can top it. I think we're in for a cracking year, and that's why I absolutely cannot wait for this season to kick off. And I'm actually hungry to watch pre-season games. I've never been like this, lads. Never, ever, ever. Now, just before we do start, lads, anyone that does follow me on the punt, I have joined Dabble. I've been playing around on there as well. So if you do want to follow me, guys, it is MonsterSnag. If you haven't used Dabble before, it's just really good. There's banter, there's chats, we can comment on the punts. It's really easy to copy bets and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a beautiful platform to use. I still use SB for some things. I still do really like it, but I do really like this Dabble. It's really good fun. And I did just put something down if you guys want to copy this one. It's a six-legger. It's a futures, so you're not going to get paid till the end of the year. But essentially what it is, it's just leading try scorer from each team. I do these every year, but I normally do them in singles. I've multied this one up, and I'll put it on the screen somewhere so you can have a look-see. But essentially, you just pick the leading try scorer from each team, multi them up. I've picked 6 of them, and it's Ronaldo, Mulitalo, Osako, Warbrick, Marju, To'o, and Alex Johnson. If they all come in, it's paid $16.80. Pretty nice. I'll put a G-banger down, so I'll pay out $16K if it comes in, and Let's go. I absolutely cannot wait for that. But yeah, give us a follow, guys. MonsterSnag. I try and follow everyone back, but it does get hard sometimes when a bunch of people follow me at once. But let's go. Now, I'll just cover this really shortly. Team lists aren't on this, and there's no real point in me talking about this game in too much depth anyway. I know the Panthers inside out, back to front, and upside down. Don't have a clue about the Wigan Warriors, sorry. So if you do know and have any insights on this game, if you think that the Warriors are going to win, chuck them in the comments there, guys. Let me know. I know there's a few Super League fans that watch, so give us a shout. I know Penrith are favourites to win this one, but if you have some little insight there, if we can pick an outsider to win, why the hell not, man? All right, let's go through the games real quick. Now, I've seen these team lists, obviously. I've had a bit of a look, and then we'll go over them. Everyone that's playing in Vegas next weekend is pretty much fielding crud teams. So these two are fielding crud teams, and so are the Broncos and Sea Eagles, which is fine. Everyone else is pretty damn close to full strength. So we've got pretty much 6 really good games of rugby league this weekend, 2 crud ones, and yeah, we'll just go over them pretty quickly. I'm not going to go into a ton of depth because it is still pre-season, guys. To me, the scores don't matter. It's more, oh, this player looked real nice. Oh, yes, he's filled that gap, like blah, blah, blah. So we're just comparing and stuff like that. But I dare say on the full-strength teams we're about to look at, the first half, if you win that first half and win it well against another NRL team, you know what I mean? For example, let's just say, we know the Warriors are going to be pretty decent this year. If the Dolphins do blow the Warriors off the park in the first half, that'll carry, you know what I mean? Because they are pretty much playing a full-strength Warriors team. So, yeah, so we can look at it like that. But, yeah, so we got Bunnies, Roosters, Sharkies, Bulldogs, Storm Knights, Warriors, Dolphins, Seagulls, Broncos, Dragons, West Tigers, Raiders, Cowboys, and Titans versus the Eels. All right, so this game, like I said, guys, look at all the ins and outs. This is literally two cup teams playing. So, again, let's not really go into too much depth with this one. Let's just hope everyone's healthy, we get a good, exciting game, and we unearth a few superstars. Next. Now, this is going to be interesting, man. We've got all the guns in. close to full strength, I believe, and I believe this is how most teams will run out on. Obviously, there's a couple missing like Ueli and Finucane here, but you know, Oregon Kafusi, Royce Hunt, like this is close. This is damn close to full strength. You know, we've got Will Kennedy, Katoa, Jesse Ramien, Talakai, Mulitalo, Trindall, Nicho, Hynes. That is stacked, absolutely stacked. Now, it does look like the Doggies are going with Taff at fullback, which is good. I'm glad they did. Glad it's headed that way. Blake Wilson, Sherry, Stephen Crichton in the centres, Josh Adokar, Matt Burton and Drew Hutchison. I like this. This is what I thought. I was really worried they were going to put Critter in at fullback there. I love Critter. I think he's one of the best, if not the best centres in the game. Probably go down as one of the best centres ever to lace him. He's super elite, and I do think that that's his position. We've seen him play at fullback, and he was fine. But I think we've been a little bit blessed in the past with these big, tall, strong, rangy fullbacks. You know, your Inglis, your Latrell, your Turbos. You know, they seamlessly go between the two, whichever way you put them in. But then we've seen since then a little bit, you know, your Suoliti, your Crichtons, they come in and do it. And like I said, they're fine, but it just doesn't look as smooth as when those other guys I mentioned before jump in there. I think it is both positions are very specialty, and it takes a ridiculously gifted player to be able to slot between the two flawlessly. So, like I said, I don't mind Crichton at fullback, but yeah, I think Taff's a better option. I really like Taff at fullback. Is he one of the best fullbacks in the comp? No. Is he handy as hell and can play there perfectly and do everything he needs to do? Yes. So I think, and it really does shore up your edges then. Now your edges, Crichton, Adokar, Berry, Wilson. They're two great edges, you know. So really looking forward to the matchups, guys. Yeah, Ramien, Crichton, Berry, Talakai. That's welcome back to first grade, Sherry. Go tackle Talakai. Ouch. That should be good fun. But super exciting, man. This is I'm really interested to see. Oh, they didn't start him. Damn. I was looking, everyone was hyping this Samuel Hughes guy up, and I was super impressed as well. But, I mean, he was against a cup team. I was really excited to see how he would go up against a good forward pack. Would have loved to see him run at Royce Hunt and Oregon Kafusi to see if he was worth putting in the Supercoach team. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I guess he'll still be running against Tommy Rudolph and Hazelton more than likely, both genuine first graders. So, super excited. I like Josh Curran in maybe instead of Salmon. I really like Salmon's one of those guys who's sort of, well, he's a utility. I think his best position's utility. I like Curran in the middle a bit better, but Salmon's probably a better ball player. But again, we're going to find out. Now, as far as tipping goes, I probably would lean towards the Sharkies here to win the first half. Let's call it in first halves, because who knows? A lot of players are going to get yanked in the second half. But race to first half, I think that the Sharkies are definitely still fielding a much stronger team. Yeah, but we'll have to wait and see, guys. It's going to be a cracker. And the one thing we know about the Dogs, we don't know, but what we saw from the Dogs last week, they played last week's trial like it was an NRL game. Other than their interchanges, obviously they wouldn't interchange that way, but as far as the effort, the line speed, all that stuff, they were trying to win that game. You know, and actually this is a really cool test. So Sharkies can't beat top 8 teams, right? Man, if the Doggies get this dub, then maybe the Doggies are a top 8 team. You know, who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah, I think the Sharkies should get it though. All right, so we've got Night Storm. So we've got the K-Man back. Caitlin Ponga, Paps are still in there. We'll have a little look at Melbourne first. So it looks like Warbrick, Remy Smith, Coates, and it looks like they're putting Nick Meaney in at centre. I don't think he's a proper centre, but like he was just been so good in Pappy's absence. I think you do just have to find him a spot. No Munster still, but Peasant's in there. Jerome Hughes, no Nelson, no Welsh. So Welsh is on the interchange. Sorry. So yeah, still no Nelson. Not too sure what's going on there. Is he on the extended bench? Blore is. No, he's not there. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed, pretty keen to see what my boy Marju looks like. This is going to be. So they've put Gamble and Hastings in. I was almost watching last week's game. I was almost as good as I thought Gamble was last year. I was almost like, oh, I think Cogger has to be in this team. I really like Cogger, so I'm really interested to see what happens there. But yeah, he looked nice to me, and Gamble's very good, effort, blah, 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 all that stuff, intensity, but he does have some pretty gaping holes in his game, especially his kicking game. It's you actually noticed it in the finals last year. It's just, it takes him so long to kick the ball. Like, he's got a really long setup to like just drop the ball and boot it. And he kept getting caught out and kicking, spraying the ball everywhere and doing terrible kicks. And with Hastings and Cogger in the team, at least you know your kicking game's going to be on point, and we know how important that is. So yeah, pretty interested to see this one, guys. As far as who's going to win it, I mean, it really is a coin toss. Really is a coin toss. I couldn't call it. I'd probably say Storm, just not by much though. Would not be surprised if Knights get this one at all. All right, Dolphins, Wars. Shout out to the Wars selling out their stadium last weekend. Just so good what's happening over there. Absolutely love it, man. And just up the Wars is all I've got to say, man. Selling out a pre-season game against the Wooden Spooners from last year. That's just so damn awesome. All right, so no CNZ, but we've got some DWZ, some RTS. You know, we've still got some acronyms here. We've got AFB. You know, Kurt Catewell making his debut. Pretty excited to see what he looks like there. And man, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, man. Bruh. His footwork looks as good as ever. He's special, man. He's absolutely special. I did a TikTok video and I said, you know, imagine, was it Valentine Holmes and Ben Barber had a baby? That's Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, man. He's special. His late footwork's so damn good. But yeah, pretty excited to see what the Warriors look like. They were so good last week with 12 men, and there was pretty much just their bench and reserve grade players playing, and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, who hadn't played league in 3 years. Scary. Yeah, and really excited to see what this forward pack looks like with Catewell in it. Yeah, this is a very good rugby league team. All right, so I'll be honest, I didn't watch the Dolphins-Titans pre-game. I was a bit tuckered out from league, and I was a bit devastated with Volk losing. So yeah, I actually I had it on and just sort of was playing on my phone. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see with Herbie in the colours, like in a genuine knockout, hit-out game. But yeah, nothing too crazy. This is just real nice to see if the Warriors are going to a new level. Again, race to half-time. I don't care who wins the game, but I am interested to see who wins the first half. If the Warriors blitz the Dolphins here, because this is a very good Dolphins team. Wars might be finishing top 4, bro. Wars might be finishing top 4. I'm going to take the Wars to get to win the first half. All right. Again, Broncos, guys, ins and outs. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Sort of thing. This is dead set. Simply, I thought he got suspended. Dead set ring-ins, but it'd be cool to see Tikura play. I mean, this Moser guy, always I hear about how good he is. I've seen him play twice now. Saw him play at the last game of the NRL last year when Broncos rested all their players. Wasn't that impressed for like what people have been saying, and then I watched him again. I was watching I had the split screen going, so I was sort of watching. Wasn't overly impressed. He looks good, but like people are like he's the next Cam Smith, and I did not see that. So it'd be pretty cool to see him have a little run this weekend. But yeah, there's not much to talk about here, guys. Where it's a cup game. Now this is interesting. Dragons, new coach. Tigers, new coach. Everyone thinks they're going to finish down the bottom. And I was really interested to see what the odds would look like. I was really impressed with the Dragons first half, but they fell off a cliff in the second and looked awful. And I was funny, I actually said this, I think I said it last year, or maybe I said it in my preview, but every team coming into a new season has hope. But sometimes you try really hard, you get dusted, and you go, oh, we suck again. You know, as a player, you just go, oh, maybe we suck again. And I hope that didn't happen this early to the Dragons. I love the Red V, man. They're a good, proud club. I love their fans. I do not want to see them suck again, but that was really bad. And the Tigers did win that game. It was against 12 men. It'll be really interesting because it will be like, were the Warriors reserves just that good, or were the Tigers a little off? This game's perfect to sort of get this. And because these teams both have struggled the last couple of years, I think they're going to want to like try and just get a W. Well, I guess Tigers got one, but get a nice win coming into the season, sort of thing. So I think there'll be some. I think there'll be a bit of feel like, you know, the first half at the very least, guys playing pretty damn hard. But I just look at both teams, and I just genuinely like Tigers team better. I feel like Dragons have really good players. I just feel like they're not a really good team. I mean, Sloan, like Zach Lomax, great. Sully, great. Jack Bird, great. Ravelo, that's great. They're all great players, but we're never like, man, this edge is crazy. And then we've got a State of Origin half here, Clark Flanagan. I mean, there's good players in here. I don't know if it's just off balance, or I just feel like it's really bizarre. But I don't look at this team and see another team fearing them at all. I mean, even if you look at the West Tigers, up and coming superstar, speed, you know, solid, big, athletic, you know, meters, aerial target, young, good half, the old vet, you know, prop, you know, State of Origin prop, young, up and coming State of Origin prop, second best hooker in the game, you know, great back row. I don't know. I just feel like the Tigers are a better put together team, but super interested to see how this goes. And I'm going to go West Tigers to win the first half here, guys. Yeah, and by the way, I will put together try scorers and all that sort of stuff, but not many. You don't want to put together tries. Like I said, if you do follow me on Dabble, you'll just see them pop up and you can copy them if you want. But I will post them on my TikToks and all that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Just what you got to remember is like, I mean, what probably won't happen in this game, but just like, yeah, there's a very good, like you put Nicho Hynes in, there's a very good chance he gets pulled at halftime. And you're like, oh, so a try scorer is hard enough to hit sometimes in a full game. If you play him, might only play half a game. It's definitely not worth putting any time down. So be super careful on the punt this weekend, guys. I know it's hard not to sometimes, but you got to show that restraint, man. You got to be an adult. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Now Raiders Cowboys. Excited to see Cowboys have a big hit out. They ran a cup team last year, so this is our first look at Drinkwater, at Val Holmes, at Tuolungi. See what Laybut looks like, you know, see what Dearden looks like, you know, it's see what, you know, this elite second row lock looks like, and geez, it's a good team. This is a solid bench too, and Canberra, the Milk really surprised me last week. They looked great. Parramatta fielded a dud team and didn't play well, but Canberra can only play who's in front of them, and they looked brilliant. So, in order to see what Hopewadi looks at fullback there, I still like Savage there, but anyway, Ricky's just obviously gone on that idea and doesn't want to do it. Praying to, people keep saying Papali'i's washed. I don't think he is. I think Papali'i's 10 kegs too heavy. I just think if you look at like prime Papali'i, like what, 4 years ago maybe, he was about 10 kegs lighter. Like I think he is carrying a little too much. I think if he comes into this season looking nice and lean, I think he could vintage Papali'i. His game's not built on being explosive, so you know, like him and Junior Paulo, you know, they could literally play to their 40 if they stayed in shape. They're just big bodies, you know, they're hard to hit, tackle, you know, it's just. Maybe not 40, but I mean, well, look, Fui Moi, I guess he was an explosive player. Fui Moi played till he was 42, man. It's crazy, you know. So Fui loved the contact as well, absolute monster. But yeah, there's nothing really that jumps out to me here, but I'm genuinely excited to see how both teams look. Like, was it a fluke last? You know, was it a fluke or Parramatta just really bad? Or, you know, are the Cowboys back? You know, there's a few questions. It's a cool thing about pre-season that we don't really care about the results, but it can answer questions, if that makes sense. I saw a lot of people playing and saying, you can't take anything away from... I don't care about the scores. You can 100% take things away from preseason games, though. You 100% can. You really can. The score doesn't matter. How the teams played does. Onto the Titans and Eels. Now, like I just mentioned, the Eels were awful. They looked good for about 15 minutes. But just think, there's a few things I was super disappointed at. But we'll just have a look at their team. They had field. I mean, Clint Gutherson, Mikasino, Will Penasini, Bailey Simonson, Russell, Dylan Brown, Mitch Moses, RCG. They put Lussick in, so they gave Hands a run last week. Now Lussick's in, getting his crack. Jesus Christ, Junior Paulo looks cranky in that photo. God damn. Sean Lane, Bryce Cartwright, Hopgood. Brendan Hands, William McGregor, Frank Gowen. I was really impressed with this kid. He had a run. He was real good. And we have a look at the Titans. I mean, we've got Keeney, Alex Pereira. Khan Pereira. Brian Kelly, AJ Brimson, Philip Sammy, Kieran Foran, Tanner Boyd, and then the forwards are pretty what we thought they'd be. We've got Moe, Verrills, Palacia in at 10. So they looks like Desi's gone big, like old school Bulldogs big. Jacob Alec, Bo Fermor, is that how you say his name? And then Big Tino. Yeah, I like Tino prop. I think that lock position's gone to the days where you just have a big guy of footwork. I think the Hopgoods, the Pat Carrigans, I'm trying to think of good locks. Isaiah Yo's, Cam Murray's, the ball playing lock is where it's at. The offloading, I mean, I wouldn't call Jermaine Hopgood. It was his first year though, so of course he's not going to do a ton of ball playing, but the offloading, making something happen. Tino to me is a prop. But, hey, what do you do? Yeah. I just look at both these teams, and like I said, I look at these back seven, right? I look at the Titans, and it's a really, really good back seven. Keeney's, Alex Pereira's going to get you tries. Kelly Brimson's a bit of a gun, but Kieran Foran was great. Just obviously past Brian. Tanner Boyd's solid. It sounds horrible. Just reeks mediocrity. It's probably above mediocrity, but it just sort of reeks of good players. But unfortunately, good in the NRL can equal mediocrity. When I look at Parramatta, and this is Clint Gutherson, the king, Mika Sevo, try scoring machine, Will Petticini pushed his name in the Origin discussion last year. He fell off towards the end of the year a bit, but was still pretty solid. And these two guys got a lot of work to do. But then Dillbags and Mitch Moses in the halves. I mean, both in the absolute primes. Yeah, it's just Parramatta are 100% a better team on 1 to 7. And then if you want to say the Titans forwards are a bit better, cool. But I mean, I'd put Mo and RCG pretty much on the same level, both state of origin props. I mean, let's say Tino was a lock. I mean, he's a bit better than Junior Paulo, but not a ton better. And then second rowers, I'd have to give them both to Para. And then, Hopgood's so good. So I do just genuinely think Parramatta are a better team. Where's this game being played? Oh, Ipswich. There you go. Maybe I could have a little dart out to Ipswich and watch the old Titans versus the Eels. Get a photo with King Gutho, hey? But yeah, I think Para will get this one. They had a terrible year had a bad year last year. They had a horrible game last game. I think they'll take this one pretty damn serious, as will the Titans. But I just think the Eels might have a little too much for them. But race to first half, definitely going with Parramatta there, guys. So that's it, lads. We're done. We're finished. So how'd we end up? Who cares? Sharks. Storm to half-time, maybe? I'm really up on the fence with that one. Do not take that one for granted. Do not listen to me here, please. We've got the Wars. We've got Who Cares. We've got the Tigers. We've got the Cowboys to win to half-time, and they'll go the Eels to win to half-time as well, guys. So, just a heads up too, guys. My videos will be way better than this. Come round one. I'm really mailing this in. I will, every week I'm going to do a lock of a punt I'm going to put down. I'm going to put a wild multi down, something paying 50 to 1, something fun, you know what I'm saying? Something you put a fiver on. You know what I mean? I'll do a genuine sort of stats and analysis on who's going to score tries and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, sorry for the RC video today, but even though I'm excited, I'm not that excited. Oh, that's it from me, guys. Oh, but I just cannot wait, man. We got some footy this weekend. We got some good footy this weekend. That's what's exciting. Then we're off to Vegas, baby. Let's go. Oh, it's